looking back like the seats of an 86 Delta 88 coupe on D's and Bones, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Going live in a minute, Blizzard King. This is Winter, Dennis Spurling podcast. You are rocking with the realest black men represented. Ain't no lies, cause we winning. Catching flies, ain't no feelings. Uncle D, we the villain, baby. We just left the village, baby. Now we in them villas, baby. Dennis Spurling podcast, tuning in, we get it, baby. You can hate the player, hate the game. We love all you haters. Hate watch, hate watch. Calling lovely ladies, hands on your knees, bitch, please. You can thank us later. We snatching the crowns off of queens, we obliterate them. Tell the truth, shame the devil, they trying to eliminate us. You begging the sipping haters, peeling layers off potatoes. Whoa, Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Spurling podcast. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Spurling podcast. Whoa.
We have to clean up what's going on in our house before we do anything else. $15 years ago now, the Galleria area is ghetto. A lot of people come in from out of town. It's become popular. It's become a tourist spot. And so a lot of people show up from all these different places and they go there to be seen. You got rappers in there. And, all money don't mingle. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to mingle with rapper money. I don't really even want to mingle with sports figure money. I'm cool with the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers, the businessmen. I don't want to hang out with a bunch of athletes because I don't like the crowd they bring.
You are now rocking with the best. OD. Loud with it, speak it with your chest. OD. South reppin', started in the West. Uncle D. Conversation, cashing out them checks. Uncle D. We can do it how you want to. Uncle D, lovely ladies' favorite uncle. Corporate meetings came up out the jungle. All you ratchet boogers, baby, we don't want you. Stagnated, baby, gotta grow. I can't with you, vibration too low. Somebody might mistake you for somebody might think you work a pole.
Fingers off my paint job. Look at these teeth.
Okay,
watch this. What? Oh, look at them teeth, boy. Look at these. Ooh, somebody screenshot that and blow it up and email it to me. Look at that. That's an angle right there. I'm broke.
All money don't mingle. Reason why most of y'all are single. Yeah. All money ain't the same. Sometimes you gotta charge it to the game. Yeah. All money don't mingle. My wallet, I don't keep a bunch of singles. Yeah. Oh, now you see me rising up. Black men is them. We don't give a what. Yeah. They sit at home and they hate watch. Walk around and they flip flops on your coffee table. Got a ziplock. Dirty couch, your lips out. Sink dirty dishes. What this about? Kids in and out the house, unstable. No food on the table, trying to dip out. Hair hat and her make out. That's makeup. That's rip out. R.I.P. to her fish mouth. And that tuna fish below the belly button. BBL shake like jelly smuckers. Booty thicker than peanut butter. She ain't never ever worth the trouble. Gone girl, you can keep the bubble. Sit down wrong and you leak the bubble. Simp cause wanna just eat the bubble. Smell real strong, preheat the bubble. Instagram, they wanna see the bubble. Need cash app, just feed the bubble. While we overseas for the season bubble. The kind at the gym won't believe the bubbles. Top notch, we can see the hustle. Money don't mingle, we bleed with muscle. All money don't mingle. Reason why most of y'all are single. Yeah. All money ain't the same. Sometimes you gotta charge it to the game. Yeah. All money don't mingle. My wallet, I don't keep a bunch of singles. Yeah. Oh, now you see me rising up. Black men is them. We don't give a what. Yeah.
and women are tired of broke women. Okay, we're tired. We're frustrated. We keep the game. Are y'all with me? Hit the number one button. I mean, I just think this needs to be said. We are tired and frustrated with broke women who expect others to pay their way in relationships.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
Let's just say now, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes. Be back in 5.
Yeah. What's up? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the number one button. This is Dennis Spurling, also known as Uncle D. We got all my people up in here, man. Shout out to DeLon Simpson. Boy, look. Y'all make sure y'all kick in, man. I'm going to run another video again if I can't see some people up here. Matter of fact, y'all hit the number one button. I want y'all to check in. We got to get this thing turned up, man. Hit the number one button, baby. All my wrench mob guys up in here. Y'all hang out. I'm going to be right back. There you go.
I like that clap.
Woo!
Not bad to be light skin, huh?
Yeah. Let's try it again. Y'all make sure y'all check in, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my man Glow Hardy. Big shout out to John Parker. Shout out to Haywood James. Big shout out to everybody who's up in here. So, fellas, we're gonna consider on we're continuing on our money making tour, and one of the main aspects of your success is going to be who you decide to partner up with. And I'm referring to the woman, the company that you keep, okay? Because you can have it going on, you can be a boss, you can be doing it big, and if you pick the wrong type of woman, you're going down in flames. So here's the thing, and I'm talking to the high value men. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to all the fellas who've been rolling with me on this money making. Somebody type money in the chat room. Somebody type keep the money in the chat room. Somebody type prenup in the chat room. Somebody type trust account in the chat room. Come on now, let's get this cracking. So high value men, you got to stop letting or settling for pretty dumb women. You got to pick a woman who has intelligence, and you got to pick intelligence over looks. So here's the thing. We're in a world where any woman of childbearing age can bring a child into the world, and just about anyone can get married, right? But as a high value man, you just have to, you got to be out here picking. You can't be out here picking any woman, okay? Just because she has a cute face or a big old booty, somebody type booty in the chat room, that doesn't mean she qualifies. Somebody type you don't qualify in the chat room. Let me be clear, fellas. Not every woman deserves to be your wife or the mother of your children, okay? And you're a high value man. You have ambitions, goals, and the path that you're carving in life is something that you don't want women to get in the way of. You don't want somebody to inhibit that. You need a woman who's going to support that. More than that, you need a woman who's going to elevate you, a woman who's going to challenge you and be an asset to your growth. Here's a reality. All right, intelligence beats good looks every day of the week. The beauty will fade. And when it does, what are you left with? A headache. That's what you're left with. So sure, she might be nice. Maybe she shares some of your beliefs, but if she's not smart, you're setting yourself up for failure. An intelligent woman brings value. Let me spell this out for you. She'll change your mentality. Number one, if she can't engage in deep, meaningful conversations with you, how is she going to contribute to your growth? She's going to get in the way of your growth. You don't need a yes woman. You need someone who sharpens your mind. Okay. Now, what about a problem solving queen? Right? Somebody type queen in the chat room. Life is full of challenges, and you need a woman who's adaptable, who can handle situations without falling apart or turning every problem into a crisis. And what about raising your kids? Do you want your kids raised by a woman who's clueless? Somebody type clueless in the chat room. If she's intelligent, she'll pass that on to your children. Critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and life skills that will serve them very well for the duration of their life. What about running a household? A smart woman will know how to manage the home, not just look good in it. She'll know how to keep things in order so that your life runs smoother. And the other thing is financially savvy. Do you want a woman blowing through your money? Or do you want one who knows how to manage it and make sure you stay financially stable? What about social skills? A high value man needs a woman who understands how to network and build relationships. If she's smart, she's going to know how to navigate social circles and build connections that benefit both of y'all. Now let's get real. You need a woman that elevates your life, not just looks good in the picture. When you get a woman with real intelligence, not just book smarts, but emotional and social intelligence, you've got a real asset by your side. But if you settle for a pretty face and nothing upstairs, you're signing up for a life of regret. Now, why intelligent women make better mothers? Fellas, listen. Somebody type grown man conversations in the chat room. Listen, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If your woman is dumb, what do you think your kids are going to turn out like? We got a whole bunch of dumb women raising dumb kids right now in America, don't we? And you see how that's turned out. See, an intelligent wife, especially when it comes to motherhood, is non-negotiable. If you want kids, you're going to make it, who are going to make it in this world, you better get an intelligent woman to raise them. An intelligent mother raises kids who can think for themselves, handle life's challenges, and contribute meaningfully to society. She's not just sitting around looking pretty. She's teaching them problem solving, emotional intelligence, and how to navigate life and do so with resilience. If you want your children to be set up for success, you need a smart woman guiding them. And that's just it. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, fellas. When it comes to raising the next generation, having an intelligent woman as a mother of your children is you got to do it. Okay? An intelligent woman isn't just raising kids who follow instructions blindly. She's raising thinkers, kids who can problem solve, ask questions, and approach life's challenges with logic. And this is crucial because the world is only getting more complex. If your kids can't think critically, they'll get left behind. And no amount of good looks can teach your child how to think on their feet. Here's an example. When an intelligent mother faces a problem, she teaches her kids how to dissect it, evaluate their options, and come up with a solution. If there's a challenge at school or in their personal life, they won't crumble. They'll know how to handle it. The other thing is, being smart isn't just about book smarts, because we got a lot of women with degrees. We got a lot of women with some degrees out there, don't we? Right? But they don't have any emotional intelligence. A mother who has high emotional intelligence will be able to teach her kids how to manage their emotions, understand others, and communicate effectively. Do you know how many grown men today are out here struggling because their mama never taught them how to deal with their feelings? Your woman sets the emotional tone for your household. If she's smart, your kids will grow up well-adjusted and emotionally stable. When your child is upset or frustrated, an intelligent mom knows how to guide them through their emotions. She doesn't coddle them or blow it off. She helps them understand why. Somebody type why in the chat room. Why they feel the way and how to process those feelings, which leads to emotional resilience as adults. See, a smart mother leads by example. She's not just telling her kids what to do. She's showing them through her own actions. She values education, so her kids will value education. She sets high standards for herself, and her kids will follow that example. Kids learn by observing. And if they see mom constantly working on self improvement, learning new things, and tackling life's challenges, they're going to mirror that. When your children see your mother studying and reading or tackling tough problems, they internalize those behaviors. They grow up knowing that learning is a lifelong process and that challenges are to be embraced, not avoided. They and what's the opposite? If they grow up seeing their mother drinking and smoking and hanging out and talking loud, that's what they're gonna do. The other thing is a smart mother learns uh, how to instill the love of learning in their children. She makes learning exciting. She encourages curiosity and exploration, setting the foundation for a lifetime of learning, whether it's reading, problem solving, or hands-on activities. An intelligent woman is always looking for ways to stimulate her children's minds. And this is how you raise a kid who excels in school and beyond. Instead of handing them an iPad to keep them quiet, right? Back in the day it was a TV, but instead of handing them one of these devices, an intelligent mom might sit down with her kids and read books. They might play educational games or take them on trips to expose them to new experiences. These things spark curiosity, which in turn fosters a deep love for learning. Now, raising kids isn't just about providing food, shelter, or even love. That's just maintaining a child. It's the difference between raising and maintaining. It's about making calculated, smart decisions at every step. School choices, healthcare, extracurricular activities, friendships. An intelligent mother evaluates all the options and makes decisions that set the kids up for success. A woman who isn't mentally sharp, somebody type big dummy in the chat room, right? A big dummy won't be able to do that. She'll make emotional, impulsive choices that may not be in your kid's best interest in the long run. When it comes to time to pick a school, an intelligent mother isn't just going to choose the closest or most convenient option. She'll research, visit schools, and make informed decisions about which environment will best nurture the children's talents and strengths. Life is hard. And if your kids aren't resilient, they won't survive. An intelligent mom doesn't shield her kids from problems. Instead, she teaches them how to face adversity head on and come out stronger on the other side. This is crucial in the world that constantly is throwing you curveballs. If your kids fails the test or doesn't make the team, a smart mom isn't going to let them wallow in self-pity. She'll help them understand where they went wrong, push them to try again, and teach them that failure is part of the process. This builds grit, toughness. And this kind of grit and toughness creates winners in life. Somebody type winners in the chat room. Okay? A smart mom knows how to run a household. She knows how to deal with her man, deal with her children, deal with the issues that show up. And that means she's setting a stable, structured environment for the kids to thrive in. Chaos at home leads to chaos in the child's mind. Structure breeds success. And intelligent women understand the importance of creating a calm, organized home life. A mom like that ensures routines are in place, bedtimes, home, work time, meal time, so that your kids know what to expect and they can focus on their responsibilities without distraction. An intelligent mom knows how to balance nurture with discipline. This is a big one, and I want y'all to hear me. If the mother of your kids doesn't value education, she's not going to push your children to excel in school or in life. An intelligent mom understands the importance of education, not just formal schooling, but life education, the education that you get in life. She'll make sure kids are not just aren't just excelling in school, but it's going to be in whatever they do. See, a smart mom will push her kids to do homework. A dumb mom is going to be sitting somewhere smoking weed and yak in the middle of the day with cigarette butts or ashes on the rug. You see? You don't want that type of woman raising your kids. See, a smart mom is going to make sure that they're in the best academic programs. They're getting tutored if necessary, and that she'll be teaching her kids to strive for excellence. And if you want your kids to achieve, you need a woman who understands the value of achievement. Now, the bottom line is this: if a woman isn't smart, if she's not going, she's just not going to raise smart kids. Intelligence in a mother is the foundation for your children's future success. You want to know why we got so many dumb, ignorant kids running around Black America right now? Because the generations before chose a big butt and a smile. And the smile didn't last that long. You understand me? So just think about that. Now, there's a difference between intelligence and slick. Somebody type cunning in the chat room. Somebody type slick in the chat room. All right? Y'all with me? Let me know. This is a grown man conversation. Hit the #1 button if you're with me. And shout out to everybody who's in here. If you hear something you like, make sure you contribute to the Super Chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal. Don't be cheap with Uncle D. All right? Now let's talk about avoiding these cunning, slick type broads. They're playing you, fellas. And see, here's something you fellas need to understand. There's a difference between a woman who's smart and a woman who's slick. Don't get it twisted. A slick, cunning woman is out for herself. She's using manipulation and deflection and all kinds of shady tactics to get her way. She's not interested in growing with you. She's interested in control. Somebody type control in the chat room. She'll avoid accountability, twist the conversations, and play the victim when you try to hold her to a standard. If you're dealing with a woman like this, you're already lost. She's playing chess, and you're not even in the game. Contrast that with an intelligent woman. She's accountable. She's accountable, and when she's wrong, she owns it. When she challenges, she listens and grows from it. When she's challenged, she doesn't manipulate, she communicates. See, you want a wife like that, who's got the backbone to admit when she's wrong. You don't want some weak ass broad who's so afraid of accountability she fall out and start crying. How is she gonna withstand the test of time? You don't want a slick woman who's never wrong. You don't want that. And so you need to avoid these cunning, slick women at all costs. These are out of look, they're out for control, not a relationship. They're manipulative, they're deflective, they'll play you for every chance they get. And you need to be able to recognize the signs, or you'll end up wasting your time and energy. And that's not something that a high value man can afford. We can look at the situation with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. That was a master lesson in manipulation and deflection. One of the most high profile examples of a slick, cunning woman playing the victim role while using manipulation to control a narrative is Amber Heard and Johnny Depp in that saga. In their highly publicized defamation trial, Johnny Depp accused Heard of manipulating not only him, but the media, the legal system, by portraying herself as a victim of abuse, while the evidence suggested that she engaged in the abusive behavior herself. Heard avoided accountability at every turn, constantly deflecting blame, twisting the narratives, and using emotional manipulation to sway the public. That's what slick women do. They twist conversations, turn situations around, and make themselves the victim, even when they're the aggressor. Heard's behavior showed how a woman can weaponize her cunning nature to destroy a man's reputation, career, and mental health while making herself look like the one in need of sympathy. This woman is pooping on the covers. Pooping, and had all of y'all believing it. See, a woman who manipulates the truth, deflects responsibility, and plays the victim she's just more interested in controlling the narrative than being a real wife or a real woman. A high value man can't afford to get involved with this type of woman. who plays these games because it destroys his life, just like it almost destroyed Johnny Depp. What's another one? Huh? Tiger Woods and Ellen Nord I can't even say it. Nordegren. Is that her name? Nordegren? His wife, she was a cunning woman too. Now look, we can all agree that Tiger was out there and he shouldn't have been messing around, right? But we have to understand that his personal life offers a cautionary tale about falling for a woman with slick tactics. After Tiger's many affairs came to light, his wife Ellen used her position to gain leverage in the divorce settlement. Now, let's be clear, Tiger was wrong for his infidelities, but Ellen played the situation masterfully. She manipulated the public opinion and she leveraged her victim status to walk away with $100 million. $100 million. You guys remember that story? You remember what she did? Tiger Woods got caught cheating. And he said, hey, just stay in a relationship with me for another year and, you'll get more money. And she stayed with him for exactly a year and filed for a divorce. See, a cunning woman knows how to twist the knife when the time is right. When you're down, she'll leverage that moment to maximize her gains. Ellen's swift and decisive legal and financial moves, that's the hallmark of a woman who knows how to play chess while you're still figuring out how to get back on your feet. Look at all these athletes. The minute they stop playing ball, the wife runs up and files for divorce. Because they know when the income stops coming in, she's not going to be able to get alimony. See, that's a slick woman. And a slick woman doesn't care about fixing the relationship or working through problems. That's not what she's here for. She's looking for herself. She's looking out for herself. And the moment you slip up, she's going to cash in. And you'll be left holding the bill, wondering what just happened. Look at Rob Kardashian and the Black China. Y'all remember that? You remember how Rob got robbed? That was manipulation at its finest. That's another prime example of a slick, cunning woman manipulating a situation to her benefit. Right? Rob was infatuated with Black China. And he thought he was building a family with this woman. But it became clear that Black China had other plans. Throughout the relationship, she used Rob Kardashian's emotional weakness against him, manipulating him with her charm, her looks, and her promises of loyalty. When the relationship went south, Black China twisted the situation and accused Rob of revenge porn, and then attempted to gain sole custody of their child and used the victimhood as a weapon and had all y'all believing it. She was trying to paint herself as an innocent party while Rob was left dealing with legal battles, public humiliation, and the emotional fallout from being played. And Black China showed that a slick woman will exploit your vulnerabilities and emotions, twisting every scenario to benefit herself. She never had any intention of being a real wife to this man. She was always playing a long game to gain control and leverage. Rob got played because he didn't recognize the manipulation early on. How do you spot a slick chick? How do you spot a cunning woman before she plays you? Now that you've seen these real life situations, these real life examples, let's break it down on how to spot these slick ass bras. Okay. Before they can pull the wool over your eyes. See, the sooner you can identify the manipulation tactics, the quicker you can avoid getting played. Number one, this is a big one. She avoids accountability. Every time you try to bring up an issue, she flips it back on you. Somehow every argument ends with you apologizing or her making you feel guilty like you should apologize, even when she's dead wrong. And she'll never admit fault because doing so would mean losing control of the situation. Here's an example. You call her out for spending recklessly, and suddenly she's crying and making you feel like the bad guy for attacking her. See, slick women twist every confrontation into an emotional attack, making it impossible for you to hold them accountable. She's doing jujitsu on you, man. What about the ones that gaslight you? Gaslighting is a classic tactic used by manipulative women, and she'll make you question your reality by denying things she said or did, making you think you the one that's going crazy. She's constantly rewrites the narrative, and you're dealing with a slick woman. That's how you know what you're dealing with. Let's say, for instance, she promises you one thing, a certain thing, but when you remind her of it later, she acts like it was never said, and you start questioning whether you're misremembering or imagining things. See, that's gaslighting. And that's one of the most dangerous tactics a slick woman will use. So if she start doing that, you need to run. She plays the victim. No matter what happens, she finds a way to paint herself as a victim. She'll cry, she'll scream, or she'll act helpless to gain sympathy and deflect from the real issues. The more you push her to take responsibility, and the harder she leans into her victimhood. When you try to have an honest conversation about her behavior, then she'll say things like, "Oh, I've been through so much. Oh, trauma." Or you don't understand how hard things are for me. Oh, trauma. And what does she just do? She just turned the focus away from her actions onto her emotions. And you never gonna win a battle when you arguing with a woman about her emotions, because those are her emotions. You see? Another thing is she deflects and twists conversations. You're trying to discuss an issue with this woman, and suddenly the conversation shifts to something you did 3 months ago, right? Something, well, you did this, that was 3 months ago, 3 years ago. She deflects attention away from the topic at hand, where you're trying to hold her accountable, and uses some past mistake to shift blame, right? For instance, you confront her about texting her ex-boyfriend inappropriately, and she brings up how you were late to dinner 2 years ago. That's deflection. And it's designed to avoid accountability while keeping you off balance. Recognize that. That's a slick broad right there. Okay? She controls, let's say, a cunning woman knows that emotional outbursts make men uncomfortable. So she'll use that. She'll use crying, screaming. Basically, she throws a tantrum as a tool to control the conversation. Some of y'all know women like that. They get loud in public, right? Start crying and cutting up and acting a fool, right? And because if she knows she makes a scene like that, she knows that if she makes things emotional enough, you'll back down just to keep the peace. So in effect, she wins. So you now you went from trying to chastise her, right? You trying to calmly bring up a legitimate concern, and she explodes with emotion, crying or yelling, trying to derail the conversation. It's not about, it's not about the issue anymore at that point. It's about you now being forced to have to soothe this woman, and that's exactly what she wants. Don't play these games with these slick broads, fellas. Fellas, here's the bottom line. You can't win with a slick, cunning woman. She's always 2 steps ahead. She's done it before, right? She's thinking about how to manipulate the situation in her favor at all times. She's not interested in being your woman. She's interested in control. And if you let her, she'll run the relationship and your life into the ground. And so the key to recognize the signs is early. If she avoids accountability, somebody type accountability in the chat room. She manipulates conversations. Somebody type manipulates conversations. She plays the victim. Type that. Then you know you're dealing with a slick ass broad, okay? And you don't need that in your life. Choose a woman who's straightforward, who's emotionally intelligent and accountable. That's a real win. Now, what are signs that this woman is dumb? What are signs you're dealing with an unintelligent woman? Fellas, look, you gotta not be blinded by the booty. I mean, you gotta not be blinded by the beauty, okay? You need to strip this down and recognize what you're dealing with. Signs that you are dealing with a woman who is dumb as a box of rocks and not worth your time. Not all these women are worth your time, okay? Not all these women are worth your time. You need to stop wasting your time with women who don't have what it takes mentally to be in your life. Here are the red flags for unintelligent women. Number one, she can't handle complex topics. And see, this is a major red flag. If you can't have a deep conversation with a woman about anything substantial, whether it's business, personal development, or even world events, what kind of future are you going to build with her? All she wants to talk about is hair and makeup and what dress she's wearing. Nah, life is complicated. And if she can't handle complexity, then she's going to drag you into a shallow, drama-filled existence. Here's a real-life example. Kanye, right? And Kim Kardashian. Kanye is known for his intellectual creativity, and he deep dives into philosophical topics, especially music and business and fashion. But his relationship with Kim Kardashian highlighted a clear gap in intellectual compatibility. Kanye often spoke in depth about his visions and philosophies, but many people noticed that Kim, despite her own business acumen, rarely engaged with these more profound discussions. Their relationships often seem to focus more on appearances and drama rather than a deep connection on a mental level. Imagine you're in a relationship and every time you try to discuss something important, your woman changes the subject to something trivial, right? Like you trying to talk about politics or whatever, she want to talk about what she saw on a balloon pop show, right? It's like talking to a wall. And over time, this wears you down. You'll start to question why you're wasting time trying to have a meaningful conversation with someone who just doesn't get it. And this isn't a woman, it's dead weight. Okay? Now, the other thing is you trying to teach her something and she's resistant to learning. A woman who refuses to grow, who refuses to learn and evolve, it's like a ship without a sail, stuck in one place, going nowhere. And if you're with a woman who's resistant to new ideas and refuses to read or explore or thinks she knows it all, somebody type know it all in the chat room. You with someone who's going to stunt your growth. Yeah. The truth is life is about evolution, and high value men are constantly improving and leveling up. And you need a woman who's on the same path. You're constantly trying to improve yourself. You're reading books, you're attending seminars, you're learning new skills. And she's sitting there scrolling through social media. Somebody type TikTok in the chat room. Completely uninterested in bettering herself. And on top of that, she brushes off your attempts to get her to read or learn or try something new. Over time, this lack of growth will frustrate you, man. And it's going to lead to resentment. How can you grow as a man if your woman is stuck in that place? How can you? Now, here's another one. If a woman is constantly emotional and unable to control herself, she dumb. She dumb, and you're signing up for a life full of unnecessary drama. Every small issue becomes a crisis. Every disagreement turns into a meltdown. And before you know it, you're spending more time managing her emotions than focusing on your goals. Emotional intelligence is key. And if she lacks it, your life is going to be a mess of unpredictable outbursts. Look, here's a real life example. We go back to Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. This woman's emotional instability was well documented through her tumultuous relationship with Johnny Depp. And the constant emotional outbursts, accusations, and erratic behavior took a toll on this man's mental health and career. He still hadn't recovered. And this is what happens when you're with someone who can't control their emotions. It disrupts your peace, your life, and your success. Every time you have a disagreement, she bursts into tears. She screams. She threatens to leave. It doesn't even matter if it's a small issue. That emotional instability turns into a catastrophe each and every time. You'll end up feeling emotionally drained. You're constantly on edge and unable to focus on anything productive. And that's no way to live. And as a high value man, you deserve peace, not chaos. Now, what's another way to tell if your woman is dumb? She's gullible. She's gullible. A gullible woman is easy to sway. She go whichever way the nonsense blows, that's where she's coming. It comes her way. Whether it's the latest conspiracy theory, celebrity gossip, or some questionable advice from her friends, whew, golly. See, this lack of critical thinking is dangerous, especially if you're trying to build a serious relationship in life together with a woman. Because remember, she's tied to you. That's your wife. So you have to respect her dumbass opinions. Okay? That's your baby mama. You have to listen to her dumbass opinions, especially when she's going to be spewing them on your children. If you got a woman who is that gullible and she can't question things and think for herself, she's going to make poor decisions. And that is going to affect you. When I look at the situation of Katie Holmes, she was famously caught up in that Scientology world during her marriage to Tom Cruise. And her involvement with this controversial belief system, which some call a cult, showed how easily someone could be influenced when they don't think critically. And after the divorce, Holmes distanced herself from the organization, but the damage to her relationship had already been done. Look, she believes, well, let's say you got a woman that believes that every piece of information that crosses her path, from dubious health trends to financial schemes, when you try to challenge her, she gets defensive instead of questioning the source of the information. And this lack of discernment will lead to bad choices. It's going to lead to financial mistakes and endless frustration. And you'll constantly be cleaning up after her poor decisions because she can't think critically. And that's not a woman that you need to be dealing with. She's a liability. And what about one committing the same mistakes, repeating the same mistakes? What did Einstein say? How many times do you have to do the same thing to get the same outcome? See, you know that saying. It basically says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If she's constantly making the same mistakes, whether it's with finances, relationships, life decisions, she constantly get back with that same homegirl, friend of hers. She constantly loaning that same relative money and constantly getting burned, never learning from her mistake. That's a huge red flag. A woman who doesn't learn from her past is bound to repeat. And when you're tied to her, you're going to get dragged down with her. Lindsay Lohan, y'all remember her? Huh? She's been in the public eye for years. And she's known for making poor decisions when it comes to her personal life and relationships. She's been involved in how many toxic relationships, and despite the multiple chances to turn things around, she's often found herself repeating the same destructive patterns. Her inability to learn from past mistakes has had a direct impact on her career and well-being. She was an up-and-coming artist, actress, right? But now what? You don't even hear about her. I mean, the same situation. You got a woman who maxes out her credit cards and doesn't pay the bills. Or she constantly chooses toxic friends and relationships. No matter how many times you try to help her get back on track, get back on her feet, she goes right back to making the same decisions. If she can't learn from her mistakes, how is she going to navigate life with you? She keep dragging you down into the same messes over and over again, and that's not growth, that's sabotage. As a high value man, you don't have time to waste on women who lacks intelligence. You don't have time to waste on women who have a lack of emotional maturity or the capacity to learn and grow. These are red flags. And they aren't just minor issues. They're signs that she's going to bring unnecessary stress, drama, and stagnation into your life. You deserve better. And if she can't handle complex conversation, if she's resistant to learning, she constantly falls into emotional meltdowns, she's not worth your time, fellas. Not every woman will do. If she's gullible, or she repeatedly makes the same mistakes over, that's a liability. That's a liability to your future. Now, we're going to take a little break. I need y'all to go ahead and contribute to the Super Chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal, because y'all being tight tonight, all right? So bars. I'm going to go ahead and put this church music on. We need to get about 5, 6, 7 Super Chats in here, and then I'll be back. It's Uncle D. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the broadcast. You guys, everybody in the chat room, I want to give a big shout out to my man, Ray Alexander. Thank you so much. Men that marry smart women end up healthier and wealthier over time. A smart wife is a blessing to a high-value man. Men must marry well. Okay, so here's the thing. Since we're not really doing the super chats too tight tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and make this membership only. You understand? Because you ain't just gonna hate watch tonight. You understand me? We can't just do the hate watching. You got to pay for this time. And I know I'm giving up some good game over here, man. We chopping it up. I'm giving you this life game. Everybody else is talking about politics. They want to talk about the latest video. They doing reviews. I'm giving you brain power. I'm helping you make better decisions. Stuff you can pass down to your children. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and turn this membership on, baby. Only subscribers and members can comment. First, we're gonna start off with the only subscribers. You feel me? since y'all gonna be tight with Uncle D, I'm gonna be tight with y'all right back. Praise God. Hallelujah. Let me go ahead and get this in here. Hit the number 1 button if you feel me. Subscribers only. Let me go ahead and get that in there. Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put this since this is what we're doing. Shout out to all the hate watch.
Dennis Spurling. This person has been negatively targeting Black women negatively on social media. And it seems as though ever since Kevin Samuels died, he's been trying to, I don't know if he wants to be the next Kevin Samuels, if he wants to be the next person who's famous for disparaging Black women and for making someone try to feel a certain way, particularly Black women.
First they had Weight Watchers, now you got hate watchers. Let's get it. This is for my lovely young ladies like I hate. Blizzard King, Dennis Spurling. First let's get the record straight. I say it online, I can say it to your face. Not a bully, I'm just mean, know what I mean, no debate. It's time to put some motherfucking knowledge on your plate. Excuse me if I'm vulgar, but a king ain't sweet like cake. Holding court, live in court, ladies, you just need a taste of what we've been through. Judge will set you up for grape. And I ain't talking Numa, I will not put on a cape. I do not confuse shit, we all got a face. Reality, you woofing on your men like you were 8. My job is protecting Black men up in this space, and also putting rude bitches back up in their place. Cross-examination, yeah, I look good to the race. Man, be a man, nigga, say it with your chest. The soft-spoken men, these lovely ladies don't respect. I can care less, I do not do this for checks. I do this for my sons and the Black men I invest. It's time to get what I was, ladies, gotta pay your debt. You're working with the same men who put it round our necks. You're not my sister, not my kind, you a threat. When the weather change, I hope you bitches feel the depth. Let this be reminders to the ones who disrespect. We are God's chosen men. When you say Jesus, you mean us.
The only Jesus.
Yeah. Welcome back. So we got the subscribers only on, since y'all was tight with I'm an hour in and all I got is 3 super chats, really 2 super chats. Yeah, y'all got to do better than that, baby. But we're going to get back to this good game. Somebody type good game in the chat room. Somebody type good game in the chat room. We're going to have to get these super chats up. Anyway, so we're talking about choosing a woman who's intelligent. Okay, we're choosing intelligence over good looks. All right, of course you want a beautiful woman, but the bottom line is, man, you can't just be out here having women, just choosing women for permanent relationships or permanent decisions like children and marriages, and they have nothing to offer. Okay. Shout out to Depress 1177. Thank you so much. I need 16 more super chats. The cost of beauty over brains. What happens to you, fellas? You decide to choose a woman for her beauty. You got to stop falling for these pretty faces and a good time and start investing in women who have real value. Beauty fades, but intelligence will carry you through your life And as a high value man, you need a woman who enhances your life, not just one who's there to look good for a season. Okay? Now, here's the thing, right? When you're trying to build something meaningful, whether it's a business, a family legacy, you need a woman, not a passenger. A beautiful woman who lacks intelligence will not only fail to contribute to your vision, but she's going to distract you from it. She's not there to build an empire with you. She's more concerned with selfies and shopping and living a high maintenance lifestyle. Look at the situation with Tony Parker and Eva Longoria. You guys remember Tony Parker, the NBA star? He was married to that fine chick, Eva Longoria, an actress. And she was known for her beauty and she was famous. The marriage looked great on the surface, but they struggled behind the scenes because Tony Parker was focused on his career and his legacy, and Eva Longoria, her priorities were somewhere else. Eventually, they got a divorce, right? And they showed that relationship was solely based on his physical attraction. They didn't have any shared goals, right? And what you realize when you don't have those same goals and those shared goals, then that mutual support won't last. Imagine you grinding every day, making business moves, planning your next venture, and your woman is more concerned about how she looks on the gram. And every time you try to talk strategy, she tunes you out or changes the subject to something trivial. You're building by yourself because she doesn't have the capacity to contribute. You're going to start to feel isolated in your own house while you're doing all the heavy lifting and she's sitting back enjoying the ride. Another thing is, when you don't have an intelligent woman, you can forget about emotional stability. A woman who lacks depth is going to fall apart the first sign of trouble. You'll be walking on eggshells around her every day. I need 16 more super chats. You're going to be dealing with unnecessary drama and emotional meltdowns all the time. And when life throws a curveball, guess what? She's going to strike out. You understand? She drains you financially. This is what happened when you deal with a dumb broad. An unintelligent woman doesn't know how to manage her money. That's why we got all these broke broads around here that can't figure it out. They're delusional. They can't manage their money. We got a whole lot of broke women. She sees your bank account as a bottomless pit that funds her lifestyle, and you're working hard. You're trying to secure the bag. And while she's spending it without a second thought. And she can't understand the value of money if you put a stack of hundreds on her forehead. She's going to blow through your finances like there's nothing. And when the bills come due, you'll be the one left cleaning up the mess. Remember Mike Tyson and Robin Givens? It's taken Mike Tyson years to recover from that. Shout out to all my subscribers. For you guys who don't know, in order to comment, you got to be a subscriber. We're going to stop all this hate watching. We're going to break all this up. If you want to comment, you got to put the super chat in. If you want to comment, you got to subscribe. Let's talk about Mike Tyson and his marriage to actress Robin Givens. That was a disaster, both financially and emotionally. This woman spent millions of Mike Tyson's dollars during their relationship. And when it fell apart, Tyson was left with a mountain of debt and a whole bunch of financial issues. See, his marriage to someone who didn't have the capacity to manage or respect his wealth contributed to his downfall during the time. You got big goals. You're investing in real estate. You're saving for your kids' future or expanding your business. Meanwhile, this old raggedy chick that you're dealing with is out here spending the money on designer clothes and lavish vacations and things that add no real value to the life. You look up one day and realize that despite all your hard work, your financial empire is shrinking because she's draining it faster than you can build it. An unintelligent, beautiful woman is a liability, fellas. She's not bringing any value to your life. She's taking it away, whether it's through reckless spending, emotional meltdowns, or constant drama. She's costing you peace. She's costing you time and she's costing you money, things you don't have to waste. A high-value man needs a woman who's an asset, someone who can build with him, manage the household, and contribute to long-term goals. Y'all remember Donald Sterling, the Clippers, former Clippers owner? His little side chick was out of pocket. What was her name? V. Stiviano, young chick, known for her looks. She became a massive liability and eventually leaking a recording that exposed him as a racist. And that led to Sterling losing ownership to his team, man, and the embarrassment. She didn't bring anything to the table except scandal and drama. And it cost this man his legacy. Shout out to Sage Talk Media. That's what you get when you deal with, he lost his NBA team. That's what that dumb broad brought to him, good looking and dumb. Let's say you've built a solid reputation and a business, and your woman is out here constantly getting into petty fights and scandals or making impulsive decisions that reflect poorly on you. And instead of protecting your legacy, she's tearing it down. The cost of choosing beauty over brains, bro, you don't want to do that. You might as well put dynamite under the foundation of your building or what you're building. Think about that. I need 15 more super chats. And when you choose a woman who's only beautiful, and I'm not saying intelligent women can't be beautiful, but when you choose beauty, and that's the most important thing, right? You're picking someone who lives in the moment with no eye forward to the future. She's focused on what she can get right now. Fancy dinners, the clothes, the vacation, but she's not thinking about how to build wealth, how to raise a family, or plan for long-term success. When you talk about investment, she's lost. She lost. When you discuss retirement, she tunes out. She doesn't see beyond the next shopping spree, brothers. You focus on building something that lasts, whether it's your financial portfolio, your legacy, or even a family, but she's only concerned with short-term pleasures and material things. She has no vision for the future. And instead of helping you secure it, she's pulling you further away from it. You got to choose brains over beauty for long-term success. That does not, I ain't want y'all to run out there and get a bunch of ugly broads. I ain't saying that. Okay? But understand that beauty fades, but intelligence, emotional stability, and financial acumen are lasting qualities. As a high-value man, and this is for high-value men, this is for men who want success, who want long-term success. This is for you, fellas. This ain't for the average Joe Blow off the street. Okay? As a high-value man, you can't afford to get caught up in the allure of beauty alone. We're not little boys falling in love on the schoolyard with the cute girl from the class down the hallway. You got to act, you got to be men, you got to make manly decisions. You got to make wise, intelligent decisions. See, dealing with that cute chick, it might be fun for a while, but when the novelty wears off, you'll be stuck with a woman who adds no value to your life. You need a woman who contributes to your empire, who helps you grow and protects your legacy, not someone who drains your resources and creates chaos. So I want you guys to do this for me. Next time you find yourself drawn to a woman's looks, ask yourself, can she help build? Can she help me build? Can she handle life's challenges with grace? Does she have vision for the future? If the answer is no, then you're looking at a liability, not a wife. High-value men don't settle for liabilities. They choose assets and they choose wisely. I want to take this time to give a big shout out to my man, MC Recovery, right? He said, I have another South Central LA hat coming, great chilling with you in Houston, Texas. My son like you, the style guy, the real estate speaker. Yeah, man, look at that, baby. Look at that. Look at Uncle D, man. He taking me back to my roots, baby. Shout out to my man, MC Recovery guy. Look at that, man. I got that old, look at that, baby. Yeah. South Central LA representing. But anyway, man, thank you so much for this gift, man. I met MC Recovery at the at the Black Manosphere 4.0. And I said, man, where you get that hat from, baby? And he said, I'll send you one. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. So he said, you want me to send it all? I'm like, yeah, man, send it all. He sent it to him. I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Look at me. Uncle D, man, look at that. Which should I go to tip it to the right or to the left? What should I do here? Right or left? I don't know. What y'all think, baby? Shout out to my man MC Recovery, man. I appreciate you, fam. Good looking out for this hat. I'm gonna rock this, man. Yeah. Okay, good looking out. Thank you so much. So for you guys who came late, man, we talking about high value men. One of the most important decisions you can make is the woman that you choose. We need 14 more super chats. One of the most important decisions you can make is the woman you choose, fellas, to be in your arm, to be in your life. That's one of the most important decisions you can make. Okay. And one of the ways, accountability, right? A woman who takes accountability, my God, if she's able to own her mistakes, if your woman can't take accountability, you got a problem. Accountability is one of the clearest signs of intelligence and maturity. A woman who always blames others, always shifts the conversation, never owns up to her mistake, that's just not wife material, fellas. This woman been in multiple relationships and she always blames her ex. She is not wife material. See, intelligent women understand mistakes happen, but they don't hide from them. They grow from them. They make sure that they don't repeat the same errors. If you've got a woman who can't apologize, who always makes you out to be the bad guy, you got somebody who's playing games. I need some more super chats. I need 20. That'll be plenty. See, here's the thing. Accountability is a cornerstone to a mature relationship. How many women out there do you fellas know? We see it all the time on the internet. Lack of accountability. She got 3 kids by 3 different men and she's still blaming her baby daddies. Lack of accountability. She's sleeping on an air mattress. Lack of accountability. Can't keep a job. Blaming everybody else. Lack of accountability. If you're dealing with a woman who can't take responsibility for her actions, you're in a toxic ride. A woman who refuses to own up to her mistake is not only dodging responsibility, but she's also stunting her own growth. Here's the thing. When you accept accountability for what you've done, it forces you to realize your mistake. So you analyze your mistake, and that forces you to grow and mature. See, you need a woman who can admit when she's wrong and learn from it, and then come back stronger. Anything less, you're just playing games with your own life, man. A woman who refuses to take accountability for her action doesn't grow. She'll keep making the same mistakes because she never sees herself as part of the problem. And if she's not growing, she's holding you back. You can't elevate in life with someone who always stuck in the same cycle of denial. Imagine you're in a relationship where your woman constantly messes up, whether it's small things like forgetting commitments or bigger issues like damaging the trust. Every time you bring it up, she deflects. She blames someone else. You catch her making out with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You should have left. But she blaming that person instead of putting herself in, she the one to put herself in a position. Or she tries to shift the narrative to something you did. Or these manipulative broads. Refuses to take accountability. She'll even resort to manipulation. Instead of just admitting she was wrong, she twists the situation up, gaslights you, and make you out to be the bad guy. And this is the kind of behavior that will leave you emotionally drained and constantly second guessing yourself. You don't have time for that nonsense as a high value man. Look at Jada Pinkett. Somebody type entanglement in the chat room. Look at Jada Pinkett Smith and this entanglement. This woman is now infamous for creating this word entanglement, or creating an entanglement with August Alsina, her son's friend. Her son's friend. In this situation, accountability was dodged in a public way. She's sitting there discussing her actions on the red table talk with her husband, Will Smith, in his house. And she minimized and softened the gravity of her behavior by using the word entanglement rather than owning up to what it was, a relationship with somebody outside of her marriage. And this is a classic example of how manipulative language is used to avoid accountability. I need 14 more super chats. Let's say your woman spends money recklessly or you caught her being unfaithful. Instead of owning up to her actions, she spins the narrative saying things like, well, if you had been more attentive with me, I wouldn't have needed to look elsewhere. Ooh. Or you being controlling about our finances. Suddenly, her mistakes are your fault. And you're left feeling confused and guilty for something you didn't even do. And this emotional manipulation, it's a red flag that's going to drain your energy and your mental health. And you need to leave that woman in the dust. Okay? Now, you can't fix a woman who doesn't want to learn, fellas. Women will tell you that. You cannot fix a woman who doesn't want to learn. They won't grow intellectually. So stop thinking that your intelligence, your resources, your alphaness, your success is going to somehow make her better. It's not. If she's not already focused on her own self-improvement, you're wasting your time. Fellas, wives are not made, they're discovered. You understand? Just like 304s are discovered. All you got to do is put them in the right environment. A wife is going to be a wife. A 304 is going to be a 304. So stop believing you can elevate a two-piece dinner to a night out at a 5-star steak restaurant. You can't do it. Just because you got yourself together, that doesn't mean you can get her together. It doesn't work that way. Intelligence is something she has to develop on her own. And if she hadn't done the work by now, you're not the one to teach her. Again, let me say that again. You are not her teacher. A high-value man is a leader, not a teacher. You need a woman, not a student. If she's not bringing her own intellect and knowledge to the table, she's a liability. You're not there to fix her. You're there to keep building, and she's there to help you, period. And as a high-value man, your job is not to try to teach a grown-ass adult. You're not her daddy. You're not her mentor, and you're not her tutor. You need a woman who comes to the table ready to build alongside you, not someone who expects you to hold her goddamn hand through life. And if she's not already working on herself, whether it's intellectually, emotionally, physically, financially, you wasting your damn time. You just wasting your time. If you got a woman that doesn't have the same drive, and every time you try to inspire her, she resists, instead of having a wife, you got a student. And not much of one at that. A student that's not even interested in the lesson. How long can you carry this load, man, before it becomes too much? Grown man conversations. You dealing with a woman who has a lack of curiosity, she's going to drag you down. She's not asking questions. She's not seeking experiences. And see, so this is so far removed from some of you fellas, because you've never met women like this. You've never met a woman like this. You've never, ever in your life met her. All you see is these thoughts and skanks, and you think that's womanhood. That's not real womanhood, fellas. That's why this is so foreign to you. Some of y'all are confused. You won't know it till you see it. And you got so much bad advice coming at you out there, you don't know who to believe. But if you're dealing with a woman who has a lack of curiosity, it's going to leave you feeling like you're living life on two different wavelengths. You constantly leveling up and she's stuck in the same place. Stop believing you can elevate these women. You can't teach someone who doesn't want to learn. No matter how much success, intelligence, or resources you bring to the table, if your woman doesn't have any inner drive to grow or own on her own, she's a liability. You need a woman who's self-motivated. You got to constantly tell her to get up and exercise. No, hell no. You got to you trying to teach her how to cook. No. How to take care of kids. No. A better way to do things. She needs to be able to evolve and challenge herself. Anything less than that, you're just babysitting, not building. So a lot of men fall into the trap of thinking they can elevate a woman just because they're successful or smart. But that's a fantasy. If she's not already motivated to improve herself, nothing you do will change that. Intelligence is a mindset. And if she hasn't developed it by now, by the time you meet her, you're not going to be the one to ignite that fire. You're trying to bring energy to the relationship and drive and resources to grow and expand, but she's interested. She's uninterested in anything that requires effort or deep thought. No. So now you start thinking, maybe if I show her what's possible, maybe if I take this rotten broad to the mountaintop, she'll get it. Somebody type, she'll get it in the chat room. All that's going to happen is when time passes, nothing's going to change. And she's not more engaged. She's not curious. She's not contributing. Instead of elevating her, you're getting dragged down into the swamp. Because now you're carrying relationships, growth on your own shoulders. Shout out to the bag man, EJ. Now, where all my smart women at? Huh? Because look, I don't care if you don't like what I said. I'm going to tell y'all anyway what it is. I don't want you to have a bunch of women in your life that's dragging you down, fellas. I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to speak the truth to you. Where all the intelligent women at? If you got an intelligent woman in your life, let me know. Because that's your greatest asset. An intelligent woman is your greatest asset, fellas. Let me say that again. An intelligent woman is your greatest asset. Shout out to, we need 13 more super chats. An intelligent woman is your greatest asset. When you choose a woman with brains, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. She's going to challenge you. She's going to push you, and she's going to hold your ass accountable too. Let's keep it 100. And not just about where you put your little dirty ding-a-ling. We're also talking about your health, your overall success, because she's trying to make sure that your legacy isn't just about material wealth, but also about impact, influence, and respect. When you choose a woman with intelligence, with vision and drive, you're securing a woman who's going to help you elevate every aspect of your life. Now, how do you know if you got an intelligent woman? She's got vision. She's thinking long term. You bought her that Birkin bag. She said, "No, I don't want that Birkin bag. Let's put that in the mutual fund. Let's put that in the stock market. In 10 years, that'll be $200,000. See, I'm over here speaking life into y'all. Y'all want me to talk about Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton? Who's on the latest? Y'all want me to talk about Kamala Harris? I could do that for likes and giggles. I'm sure that we'll have 500 people in here. Every time I talk about something trendy, but that's not helping you build. That's not me helping you get the lessons, that the manhood, masculinity lessons that you should have got from your fathers and uncles. So, I'm trying to give you some food over here. I'm giving you bricks. That's what we pass out. We pass out bricks to help build manhood over here. And it's not exciting, but it's life-changing. I want you to be rich. I want you to be successful. I want to see you ball. And you can't ball if you got a chick on your arm that's bringing you down. She's going to be hacking and filing while you trying to ball. So how do you know an intelligent woman? Again, she's got vision. An intelligent woman doesn't live in the moment. She's planning for the future. She has the ability to think strategically, not just for herself, but for both you and your family. Her foresight, it ensures that you're making moves today that will benefit you both down the road. This isn't just about surviving the present. It's about thriving in the future. I need 13 more super chats. Have you all ever heard of Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him? I know I got my Christian family in here, but some things you guys don't know. When I was a young man, I was a member of the Nation of Islam Student Association at Grambling State University. And before that, I was, always would interact with my brothers in the Nation of Islam when I lived in Los Angeles. Shout out to my South Central LA family. And so I would have occasions to read the Holy Quran. And I learned about Prophet Muhammad's wife, Khadijah. That was his first wife, right? Where all my Muslim brothers and sisters at, right? And I know some of you all are traditional Muslim, but the way that many foundational Black Americans get introduced into Islam has been through the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan and Brother Malcolm X, okay? So where all my Muslim brothers and sisters at? Don't run from your brothers. I don't care what religion they are. All right? So Khadijah was the Prophet Muhammad's first wife. She was older than him. And she's often regarded as one of the most significant figures in Islamic history. So I find it interesting that people say that Islam is sexist. And when they have these beautiful, intelligent women, shout out to my man 504 Stoic Night. They have these beautiful, intelligent examples of womanhood. Number one, Khadijah, first wife of the great Prophet Muhammad. Again, like I said, she was a successful businesswoman on her own. And she was significantly older than the Prophet, than Muhammad. And she recognized his qualities and his potential from the beginning. And Khadijah supported Muhammad emotionally and financially during the early years of his prophethood, providing stability and encouragement to him. And her intelligence, listen, her intelligence, her business acumen, and wisdom were vital to his early success and the establishment of Islam. You see, that is a woman with long-term vision. You may, I know my Muslim brothers may be offended by this, but without this great woman, would the great Prophet Muhammad be who he is? Would he have been able to give effect to this religion that we have called Islam without his wife, Khadijah? Think about that. Think about that. Imagine you're working hard and building your career, and your intelligent wife is right there with you. She's suggesting ways to invest in real estate, helping you make smart decisions about your finances, and even thinking ahead about how you're going to leave a legacy for you all's children. While you're grinding in the present, she's already a step ahead, ensuring that every move you make sets up for the success down the line. That's the power of an intelligent woman. I need 12 more super chats. That's the power of an intelligent woman. Now, who else is going to tell you this on the internet? It's a lot of dudes out here that hate women on YouTube. I don't hate women. I just believe they need to be corrected. See, I'm not like these people. I'll correct them, but I love them. I don't want to be in this world without a woman. And any straight heterosexual man shouldn't want to be in this world without a woman either. Some of the stuff that these dudes are saying on the internet is goofy. That's why they put me out the manosphere. I was shocked that they invited me to come speak at the Black Manosphere 4.0, but I went and I spoke. Shout out to my man TIQ at Support Uncle D, support Black male media. Nevertheless, I am not a woman hater. I just believe they need to be corrected. I believe that you men need to have children. I don't want you to go through this life without children. I want you to be balling. I want you to have money. I want you to be successful. And one of the greatest decisions that you can make is the woman that you decide. I need 11 more on your arm. I need 11 more super chats. Now, what else does an intelligent woman do? She keeps you focused. She keeps you focused. She is your accountability partner. You understand? An intelligent woman won't let you slack off. She's not there to coddle you. She's there to challenge you. She's there to keep you focused and to make sure you stay on track. And when you veer off course, she'll be the first to call you out and help you realign with your goals. And this is one of the most valuable qualities in a relationship because it keeps you moving forward instead of getting stuck in complacency. Real life example, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Coretta Scott King. She was a talented musician. Did you all know that? Did you know that Coretta Scott King was a talented musician and also a strong advocate for civil rights in herself? Her intelligence, her commitment to social justice complemented Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s leadership. And she played a significant role in the civil rights movement. Did y'all know that? Imagine her emotional intelligence, how she dealt with things. She saw the big picture. And I'm not justifying this, but we know Dr. Martin Luther King was out there messing with some of them gals, right? But this woman saw his legacy as greater than this immediate gratification that this man was dealing with these other chicks. I'm not justifying it. But that's intelligence over emotion. Because emotional chicks, okay? And the legacy would have done. I'm just saying. Shout out to my man Black Samurai. Eat to live, not live to eat. I need 10 more super chats. Think about that. Now, let's run this scenario. Many of y'all been through it. You got a business idea, but things are getting tough. You're thinking about giving up or putting it off for a while. And you know what happens when you put stuff off for a while. An intelligent woman in your life, a wife, is not going to let that slide. She's going to remind you of your goals, challenge your excuses, and push you to stay the course. That's an intelligent woman. That's how you know she's not just in it for the short term, she's in it for the long term. Because see, a short-term woman can be like, all right, baby, whatever, because she's only concerned about TikTok, going shopping, and the next vacation. See, when your focus slips, your intelligent woman will bring you back to reality and help you refocus. She's your accountability partner, making sure you don't get lazy or distracted. That's how you stay on top of your game. When we came out of slavery as a people, when Black folks came out of slavery in 1865 as a people, we had some of the best women on the planet. And look how much we built. Look how much Black people built with the best women on the planet, with the Black family intact for the next 90 years, all the way up to 1955. We built houses, we built schools, they burned our homes down, they burned our towns down, we built them back up. That's what you can do with an intelligent woman on your arm. That's what our people did. They weren't the most educated, but they was damn sure the most dedicated and intelligent. Look at how well spoken some of those women were in the 1920s and 30s. Just listen to how they speak. And you can go to some of those same neighborhoods that those black women were raised in, the Bronx, Harlem, and these people sound like they're some of the most ignorant people you've ever heard. That's what you get when you get a partner, not a passenger. See, an intelligent woman is building with you, not just enjoying the ride. She's not sitting back waiting for you to do all the damn work while she reaps the benefits. Instead, she's side by side with you, grinding, brainstorming, and contributing to the growth of your shared life. That's the difference between a woman who is an asset and one who's just along for the perks. Now, let's get down to it. Somebody type P. Diddy in the chat room. Somebody type P. Diddy in the chat room. There's no difference between Jay-Z and Sean Puffy Combs, except one. What's Jay-Z's magic weapon? What's his secret weapon? Huh? What is Jay-Z's secret weapon? Huh? What's the difference between Jigga and the Diddler? Beyonce. Beyonce knows. I'm gonna be on it. Without Beyonce knows, Jay-Z would just be an old ass rapper who used to rap back in the day. Beyonce, he married that woman and it revitalized his career. Not that he was going out, but I'm just saying rappers have a shelf life. But when he hooked up with Beyonce, that introduced Jay-Z to a whole new fan base and it moved him to iconic status. The reason Puff Daddy has a problem is because he didn't have a woman like a Beyonce that kept him in line, even when the man cheated. I want you to let's just go through the fact pattern. Let's just analyze it. Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're the perfect example of what we call a power couple. They got a bunch of kids too. And they've been married for a minute. See, Jay-Z or Sean Carter didn't just marry any woman. He married someone who was equally driven, talented, and intelligent as he is. Beyonce is not just along for the ride while Jay-Z builds an empire. She's out there creating her own. She's a global icon, a businesswoman, and a force in her own right. I bet you Beyonce could sell out a concert faster than Jay-Z. I bet you Beyonce could sell out a concert right now faster than Jay-Z. And Beyonce is damn near 50 years old. 44, 45, she's damn near 50. Still making groundbreaking albums, doing joint business ventures. Beyonce brings as much to the table as Jay-Z does. And they face their shared struggles. But instead of one person pulling all the weight, they built an empire together. They're partners. They're husband and wife. Jay-Z, Sean Carter has stated multiple times how much he values Beyonce's intelligence and her vision. She challenges him. She keeps him accountable. Somebody type accountable in the chat room. See, Sean P. Diddy Combs, and look, I defend the brother. But if it's just us talking right now, let's go ahead and dig into it. The reason the diddler has the problems that he had, because he's never been held accountable. Had he married that woman that he had all them kids by, instead of just keeping her around, there'd have been some accountability. He probably wouldn't have been having all that, he wouldn't have had all that baby oil in the house. Know what I'm talking about? And doing all that stuff he was doing. Because there'd have been some accountability. Are y'all with me? Hit the number 1, but let me know. It's an uncomfortable conversation. I need 9 more super chats. A wife is a good thing. The Bible says that. A man who finds a wife finds a good thing. And I'm going to add on, if you find a good wife, you find a good thing. Accountability. Sometimes we men get caught up and I'm the man. Yeah, but you need somebody to steer you. There's where my country boys at? Where my country boys at? Have you any of y'all ever been in a horse and carriage, anything like that? They got 2 horses. Usually they have a male horse, a stallion, strong, and they have a female horse. Now she may not be able to pull the weight that male horse can pull, but she keep him lined up. And if you don't bring the strap back a little bit, sometimes he pulls a little harder and the carriages start to veer off a little bit. And so you got to bring it back in line. A horse and buggy is not going to drive in a straight line when you got 2 horses. So they keep a male horse next to a female horse. That's how they pair them up. And he is kept in line by her. She basically holds him steady. See, in a situation like that, you got Beyonce, who's not a passenger. She's building along with him, and she's keeping him accountable, and they're creating generational wealth. P. Diddy didn't have that. He just out there, out and about. He's a danger to himself. All that money and no restrictions, no accountability, destroyed himself. That's the nature of man. That's why they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. I need 9 more super chats. Now, let's run this. You got a big project. Let's look at this scenario. You got a big project at work or a business venture and you're building. An intelligent woman is not going to just be sitting around asking you when the vacation is coming up or what she's going to get out of it. She's actively involved, maybe offering insights, things you didn't think about, helping with networking or supporting you in ways to help elevate the operation. She's contributing. She's contributing ideas, taking on responsibility, helping you grow, helping you get things together. That's the difference between a woman who's an active partner and one who's tagging along for the ride. See, the thing is, and we always talk about this, shout out to all the intelligent women. See, an intelligent woman helps you build a legacy. It's more than money, brothers. An intelligent woman understands the importance of building a legacy. It's about more than just stacking up material wealth, too. You see how quickly it goes. You want to create something that lasts, whether it's influence, impact, or values you pass down to your children. That intelligent woman will help you think beyond the immediate gratification and focus on long-term impact over or the long-term impact of your decisions. She's not thinking just you and her, she's thinking generationally. All right, I'm trying to school y'all. Look, like I said, there's nothing wrong with having a beautiful woman, but if you got to choose intelligence over beauty, if you're doing that, you're making a mistake. You want something that lasts beyond your lifetime. The Bible says what? A good man take care of it, provides for his children's children. It could be a family business. It could be a charitable foundation. It could be a movement that impacts the community or the world. An intelligent woman is right there with you, helping you strategize how to make the dream a reality. She focuses on how you're going to raise your children with rights, with the right value, and how you create systems that last beyond you and your legacy, and how to impact the world. She's not just in it for the money. She's in it for the future. Think about that. Because you get you a woman who she's just cute. She's not bringing solutions. She's just bringing problems. See, when you're with an intelligent woman, you don't just get someone who points out problems. You get someone who helps find solutions. She's not just sitting back, waiting for you to fix every damn thing. Shout out to Uriah. I need 8 more super chats. She's actively thinking about how to make things better. This is critical for long-term success because life throws challenges at you constantly, and you need someone who can help you think through strategically. You need a Coretta Scott King. You need a Khadijah. Let's say you hit a snag in your business or your personal life and you need to pivot quickly. An intelligent woman isn't just sitting there waiting for you to fix it. She's brainstorming with you, offering her new perspectives and thinking through the pros and the cons of every possible move. She's solution oriented, helping you navigate through tough situations with confidence because you're not in it alone. Brothers, your greatest asset is an intelligent woman. Ladies, if you're intelligent and you got all that, don't leave these losers alone. Plenty of them out there. But for you high value men, don't make the mistake in getting you a pretty girl, pretty woman thinking you can upgrade her. Ain't no upgrade. You need a woman who brings more than just good looks to the table. An intelligent woman is your greatest asset. I'm going to say that every day because I live that. She has vision. She has focus. She's accountable. She's the one you need to help you build a successful life and a lasting legacy. She's not just along for the ride. She's actively contributing to your growth. She's pushing you when you need it and making sure that together y'all can create something meaningful. You need a woman who helps you like that, helps you stay focused, contributes to the bigger picture. Not someone who just enjoys the benefits of your hard work without putting in the effort of her own. So you got to choose wisely. Shout out to my man, Bagman EJ. You really talking about the biblical wife. Yeah, baby, this is just common sense at this point. All these dumbass broads out here, these dudes is falling for. You stupid at this point. You out here looking for, these women are now going to doctors and they're getting their face changed and their bodies changed up and they got all this physical attractiveness and they are dumb as a box of rocks. It's like talking to a brick wall. Y'all see the thumbnail? You got a beautiful woman and she dumb as hell. How you gonna build a legacy with that? Let me be real with y'all, man. Society is constantly telling men that you should feel guilty for having standards, especially when it comes to choosing a woman. You're supposed to feel bad for one woman who brings more to the table than just her vagina and her good looks. But let me tell you something. You're not wrong for expecting intelligence, competence, and value from a woman. Let them call you shallow. People try to convince you that if you want a smart woman, you're being an elitist. Guess what? That's nonsense. There's nothing wrong with expecting your wife to be able to have intelligent conversations, manage her life, and contribute to yours. We live in a society now where mediocrity is praised. We celebrate mediocrity. Being average is considered acceptable, but you as a high value man cannot settle for average. I need 7 more super chats. A woman who doesn't think critically, who isn't growing mentally, or who's stuck in a perpetual state of emotional immaturity is average at best. Shout out to Kevin Sevens. And matter of fact, she's average at best and a liability at worst. Society glorifies looks, but it's all smoke and mirrors. You're being sold a false bill of goods. Looks fade, fellas. They always do. But intelligence, competence, and value grow over time. That's what you need to invest in. A woman who grows in value, not one who diminishes over time. Society tricks men into marrying down. Society has programmed men, especially high-value men, to believe that they should be grateful for any woman who gives them the time of day, regardless of her intelligence, her financial status, her body count, her age, how many children she has. And that's the biggest con out there. I need 7 more super chats. You see, society has this agenda. You see that, don't you, fella? You see it? You see that society has this agenda. And it's there to keep high-value men locked down with women who don't have intelligence or capacity to challenge them. Let me explain that to you. You get a high-value man and you pair her with an intelligent woman who has vision. That man is destined for greatness. That's why they tell you behind every great man is a great woman, right? So society tells you, especially as black men, you need to take any one of these old women over here and you need to do the best you can. You're lucky to have one. What does that do to you as a high-value man? Huh? It's levels to this shit. Leave the Wonder Woman for the Superman. Leave the Superman for the Wonder Woman. Oh no, you got to go over here and marry Batgirl. Huh? You Superman and you got over here and marry not Batgirl, Rat Girl. You got to marry Hood Rat Girl. And they tell you that that's what you lucky to have one. Because when you pair a high-value black man with a supportive, intelligent black woman, you build nations, you build schools, you build hospitals, you build everything that we had before 1955, before they broke the family up and convinced black women especially, oh, just go on out there and smoke weed, do drugs, have sex with whoever you want. You're free. Convince black women to be fools. Convince black men that we should be focused not on intelligent women who will help us build, but women who you know, got big old breasts and big booties and whatnot. Superficial. Now we got a whole bunch of superficial kids that can't build, won't build. You're less of a threat. You're less of a threat. You lock down with a woman who's below intelligence and you can't fulfill your capacity. So you become less of a threat. You're less ambitious and you're easier to control. And that's what it's about. That's what society has done to us. They want you to believe that as long as you have a beautiful woman on your arm, you've made it. But beauty is fleeting. And when the problems come, and they will come, what's going to happen to you? She won't be able to help you. She won't be able to stand beside you, and she won't be able to grow with you. You'll be alone in your struggles while she adds more to your plate, and she might divorce your butt. As a high-value man, you're constantly pressured to marry down, to pick a woman who isn't on your level mentally, emotionally, or financially, because society tells you that you're asking for too much. Let's be clear. You're not asking for too much. You're asking for what you deserve. And if she can't deliver, then she's not for you. Shout out to my man, Cody Marshall. Preach, Uncle D. I need 6 more super chats. What else will they tell you? They'll tell you, oh, You're just afraid of a strong woman. Nope. We're not afraid of strong women. I'm afraid of a dumb woman who's too thick-headed and pig-headed and hard-headed to listen. I'm afraid of dumb women, and usually strong and dumb go together. Did you know that? That's why in jiu-jitsu, if you want to insult the person that you're rolling with, you say, oh, they're so strong. And jiu-jitsu is an intelligence thing. Jiu-jitsu is a martial arts that designed that if a person has better technique and a high level of intelligence, they win. That's why women can submit men and children can submit grown-ups with the proper technique and skill set. Being called strong is not, what are you, an ox? We're not afraid of strong women. We're afraid of dumb women. We want intelligent women. And you men should be looking for intelligent women. Shout out to Simeon Toko. I approve this message. You should be looking for smart, intelligent, competent women because you fear wasting your time, your money, your energy on a woman who can't keep up with you. Listen. Are y'all with me? Listen, I need 15 more super chats. Listen, high value men aren't interested in just surviving. You out here trying to dominate in business, in life, and your legacy. That requires a woman who's on the same page. And no, that doesn't mean she has to be a CEO or a PhD, but she needs to have intelligence, emotional maturity, and the vision to stand by your side and help you reach your full potential. If your woman can't keep up with your drive, your ambition, your intellect, she's dead weight. You're not going to slow down for her. She shouldn't expect you to. You need someone who's already moving at your pace, or better yet, someone who's pushing you to go faster. You need a woman who thinks long-term. You're building an empire, and she needs to have the intelligence to see the bigger picture. A woman who's caught up in short-term thinking, who's only worried about the next handbag or vacation is a distraction, not an asset. A smart woman elevates you, not just in your private life, but in your public life too. She knows how to move in different social circles. She understands how to navigate business and social dynamics, and she helps open doors that you alone might not be able to open. That's real value. Somebody type real value in the chat room. Somebody type real value in the chat room. I'm giving you the game, baby. It's right here. You see me living this life. Make no mistakes. Shout out to Sage Media. If black men choose this woman on their level, this would change the trajectory of black American men, success and power. Yeah. Choosing the wrong woman, it can destroy your life. Or it can get you so far off track that you have to fight for years to get back on track. How many of y'all baby mamas have thrown y'all all off? Took me back 10 years. What about a bad marriage? How has that thrown you off? That one took me back about 5-10 years. Somebody type start a marriage in the chat room. Choosing the wrong woman can destroy your life or take you so far off track it takes you years to get back, man. And I'm not talking just about finances, although that's a big part of it. I'm talking about your peace of mind, brothers. I'm talking about your mental health. I'm talking about your legacy. One wrong decision in choosing a wife or the mother of your children can derail everything you worked so hard to build. Shout out to my man, Matthew Carter. You preaching, brother. An unintelligent woman, an emotionally unintelligent woman doesn't have the emotional intelligence to navigate life's challenges. Instead of supporting you, she'll drain you with drama, with insecurity. and emotional immaturity. She think you cheating with everybody. It's just draining. You be spending your energy trying to fix her messes instead of focusing on your goals. She's embarrassing socially. She's going to sabotage your legacy. If she doesn't understand your vision, how can she help you build it? Worse yet, she might actively work against it, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And her lack of intelligence will manifest in decisions that harm your business, your family, and your reputation. Look, shout out to my man, Asper Jim 56, way off track. I need 2 more super chats. Your legacy is at stake, and the wrong woman can tear it down faster than you built it up. Your legacy is at stake. She'll never be satisfied. A woman who isn't intelligent will constantly look for external validation because she doesn't have the internal capacity to validate herself. No matter what you do, it will never be enough. She'll drain your resources, your energy, and your spirit. And you'll be left wondering why you're exhausted all the time. I need 2 more super chats. Protect your legacy. Demand more from your wives and your women. As a high value man, you need to be ruthless about who you allow into your inner circle, and that includes your woman. Don't let society, friends, or family guilt you into settling for less than you deserve. Protect your legacy by choosing a woman not just pretty, but who's smart, competent, emotionally immature. My little boy. Come over here. Say hi to my little boy. He listened too. Come over here. He be listening. Don't you listen to daddy? He listen too. I tell him the same thing I'm telling y'all. Smart girls, right? That's right. Oh, get on out of here. Get on out of here. Praise God. Hallelujah. Shout out to me. Now, shout out to Kimberly Owens. Intelligent black women. Here, black people, we need to choose. We sure do. We need to set standards and stick to them. It's not about being picky, fellas. It's about protecting everything you work for. You put yourself through medical school. You built a construction empire. You put yourself through engineering school. You got your own firm, and then you don't have standards. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? Everything gets torn down. So you need to set your standards and don't apologize for them. If she can't meet those standards, she's not the one, plain and simple. Choose intelligence over beauty. Beauty fades, but intelligence, emotional depth, and competence last a lifetime. You're building something that needs to last. Choose a partner. Choose a woman who can help you maintain it. Look for value, not distraction. A woman who brings value will enhance your life. She'll help you build, strategize, and grow. A woman who's just there for the ride, she's going to distract you. She's going to distract you from your purpose and leave you with nothing but regret. The bottom line is this, fellas. A high-value man, or should I say high-value man, the choice is clear. And shout out to my man, Cody Marshall. Thank you so much. We got 20 super chats. Intelligence trumps looks every time. Let me run that back. Intelligence trumps looks every time. Don't be fooled by society's shallow values. Don't let the world convince you that all you need is a pretty face and a good time. You need a woman who's smart. You need a woman who's emotionally intelligent and capable of walking this path with you. If you want to live your life at the highest level, then choose wisely. Choose a woman who's an asset, not a liability. Choose a woman who builds with you, not one who tears you down. In the end, the woman you choose will either enhance your legacy or destroy it. And the power is in your hands, so choose intelligent. At the end of the day, the decision is yours. You can keep chasing beauty, dealing with headaches that come with it, or you can level up and choose a woman who's going to enhance your life in every way. High value men pick women that contribute, not just wealth, but to their growth and to their peace. If you want a woman who's just going to look good on your arm, but offers nothing else, then don't complain when your life is filled with drama. You good, player? Look at the dude. Look at it with the little chain. Look at it with the chain. We talking about choosing beautiful women as opposed to intelligent women. Mm-hmm. Dumb upstairs. Don't get you a dumb girlfriend.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later. Shout out to the Crimson Sun. That is talking to him. Praise the Lord. Did y'all, hey. Okay. Yes, Lord. Ha ha. Yes, Lord. Like I said, at the end of the day, the decision is yours. You can keep on chasing beauty and dealing with headaches that come with it. And trust me, there's always a man that's willing to get in line and deal with a beautiful woman and the headaches that they bring until they're not, after they hit that wall. Mm-hmm. The other thing you can do is you can go ahead and level up and choose a woman who's going to enhance your life in every way. High value men pick women that contribute, not just to their wealth, but to their growth, their peace, and their legacy. If you want a woman who's just going to look good on your arm, but offer nothing else, then don't complain when your life is filled with drama, financial loss, and chaos. But if you want a woman who's going to be a real partner, who's going to elevate every aspect of your life, then you better prioritize intelligence over looks. High value men don't settle. Somebody type "don't settle" in the chat room. High value men don't settle. They choose women who are assets, not liabilities. All right. Now we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back and read these super chats. Y'all hit the number 1 button. This is Uncle D. I got much love for you. Yeah, yeah. Somebody type yeah, yeah in the chat room. I got much love for you. And we'll be right back in a minute. Okay? Let me see if I got a good. There we go.
I want to see you win. And I put pressure on us men to understand how we did not get our masculinity training. And we've been doing our work. Okay? But now it's time for you ladies to understand you're going to have to bet on us like you want us to bet on you. I talked to several men this week. I don't just get on here and talk shit. I have men I call around the world and I ask, what do you think about this concept? Level set me. Shout out to brother Dennis Spurling. Dennis, I'm not going to get, I don't want to tell people's business, but I'm going to tell you, high value men retire their women or make them come work for them. So ladies, what is it going to take for you to free yourself? Because you and I both know you're dying at these jobs. You're in a toxic.
All right, shout out to everybody who contributed to the super chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal. I want to make sure I give a big shout out to all the people who came through. Kenyatta Ali, Cody Marshall, big up. He said, if she's inspiring you, we better keep her. Amen to that. And Kimberly Owens, intelligent black men, intelligent BW here. Black people, we need to choose. But yes, we do. Yes, we certainly do. My man Asplitum said way off track. Yes, they are. Matthew Carter. Thank you. You're preaching, brother. Sage Talk Media. If black men chooses women on their level, black men choose women on their level, this world would change. This would change the trajectory of black American men's success and power. It would, brother. Instead of choosing these low lifes, that ain't cool. Simeon Toko, a previous message. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Cody Marshall, preaching, Uncle D. I shall, brother. I shall. Bagman, EJ, you are really talking about the biblical wife. I could be, brother. It's just common sense to me. Uriah, thank $9.99. Thank you for the super chat or the cash super chat. Thanks. Sage Talk Media. B Simone is the opposite of Coretta Scott King. Who else we got? Black Samurai. Eat to live, not live to eat. Praise God to that. TIQS support Uncle D. Support Black Male Media. 504 Store Ignite. Good looking out, fam. I appreciate y'all. We got 21 super chats. That's cool. I ain't finished yet. I got a cold breeze to blow on y'all before we leave. Bagman EJ, thank you so much. Facts I learned the hard way. Ain't that the truth? You don't want to learn the hard way, okay? Fellas, you don't want to learn that lesson the hard way. You want to listen. My man MC Recovery, big shout out for the hat again too, brother. I have another LA South Central cap coming. Great chilling with you in Houston, Texas. My son like you, the style guy and the real estate speaker. Man, shout out to your son, man. Tell him to keep up the good work. The Robin Given accused him of essay. She sure did. You know what I'm saying? The press 1177. Good looking out. Thank you so much for $5. And who we got up in here, man? Who else do we have up in here? It says here, Rags and men that marry smart women end up healthier and wealthier over a lifetime. A smart wife is a blessing to a high value man. Men must marry well. Yes, you must. Yes, you must. And we got one more who slipped in here. TIQS, let's double up the support for Uncle D. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all taking care of Uncle D. Now, here's the thing, all right? We are talking about high-value men. Stop letting pretty dumb, okay, stop settling for pretty dumb women. Pick a woman who has intelligence over looks. And intelligence is not necessarily that she has a PhD. She doesn't have to be a CFO. You know intelligence. I talk to y'all about intelligence. All right. Education is great, but intelligence is what you need. Okay. Now, all right. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all ready for this? Somebody type, we ready in the chat room. You ready? I got some more to say, fellas. All right. I got some more to say to y'all. Y'all thought I was gonna let y'all off easy. Let's cut straight to it. There's some situations that'll break your heart, but fix your vision. Woo-hoo! Let me say that again. There's some situations that will break your heart, but fix your vision. And sometimes it takes getting your heart broken to finally fix your vision. I know this better than most. Look, I've been there. I've been with women who on paper looked like the perfect package. I mean, I was with a Miss Universe contestant, right? You think I hit the jackpot. You think this is it. I've got the perfect woman. But then you realize looks alone don't mean a damn thing when you're trying to build a life and a legacy. Here's the truth. Some of these women may look good for the cameras, but when it's time to handle business, be held accountable, and work side by side with you, they come up short, real short. And I learned the hard way. Shout out to my man, Richard Moore. You can have the most beautiful woman on your arm, but if she's not aligned with your vision, if she's not smart enough to handle life's complexities, she's just another headache. I had to go through some real tough times to see clearly. The truth is, a lot of us get distracted by the packaging and we forget that beauty fades. But what doesn't fade is a woman's character, her intelligence, and her ability to help you grow. If she's not helping you build, if she's not pushing you to be better, what are you even doing? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy and your peace of mind. See, sometimes, brothers, life breaks you down to get you to see the truth. And that heartbreak, those struggles, they're what open your eyes to what really matters in a woman. And you need someone who's got your back. Not just someone who looks good on your arm. I'm telling you from experience. Don't let a pretty face distract you from your purpose. Choose a woman who can walk with you, not hold you back. And the pain I went through, it gave me clarity. It gave me clarity. It fixed my vision. And I'm here to tell you, if you're chasing beauty without substance, you're setting yourself up for failure. Don't make that mistake, because in the end, looks don't build legacies. Wives do. This is Uncle D. I love y'all.
Dennis Spurling Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe.